What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness gang, to join the Witness Nation. Let's get into this, shall we? Hello, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be.
I'm Whitney. Keep it cute, get the boot.
All right, you guys, welcome back. This platform discusses any and all information that has been made known to the public in any way. Now, I am not a journalist, I'm a commentator. The views and opinions expressed on this channel, on this video and on Whitney D's YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect the opinion of myself and my channel. Okay, now all topics are for entertainment purposes only. Comedy, satire, TV rated mature. Viewers' discretion is highly advised. But again, all commentary is alleged, but very real. And say it with me now. Very real indeed, like I always say. Okay, good evening, everybody. I wanted to go ahead and come back to you guys to try to finish out this installation that I started way back before I went on my little retreat, if you will, off to the world. Sorry, y'all know I got adult ADHD. Chat. I'm just distracted. Okay, anyways, before I went on my little sabbatical, if you will, okay? Excuse me. And so I wanted to come back and I wanted to get back into it because the buck don't stop with your boy R. Kelly, okay? So I wanted to go ahead and get into it and finish reading the complaint by these alleged victims, okay? So I pray that that's okay with you guys, all right? We will be back tonight, however, and I already pre-scheduled it, so make sure you go and set your reminder. We'll be back here, same bat place, different bat time, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be watching the final part of the Surviving R. Kelly Chapter 3 series. And so we're going to watch that tonight. Then we're going to come back and we're going to discuss. And I'm going to give you my opinion in regards to it, okay? So without further ado, welcome to Evidence Over Emotions, okay? America's dad. All right, the case against Bill Cosby series. Okay, now many of you guys may not be aware, but Bill Cosby is back on the chopping block. Okay, from since when he got let out or acquitted, if you will, he went back to have to pay a victim, and now he's back, and it's several victims, even ones that actually acted on the Bill Cosby show. All right, and we're going to hear the submitted complaint and see what they went through in regards to their allegations. So welcome. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from, okay? In the meantime, between time, make sure that you keep it cute so you won't get the boot, okay? Now, I don't like booting people up out here, but I will, child. Okay, I will. All right. Now, if you like to join the greatest show, the link will be located upon the end of this video in the description box, okay? All right. And if you'd like to tip the hostess with the mostest, you can do so by sending me a Cash App, or if you don't have a Cash App, 100% of your proceeds does go back into the channel, and you can do so by sending me a Zelle or a PayPal. But Cash App is always available. All right. Now, if you have a tip in regards to any of the topics that we talk about here on YouTube, if there's just something that you want to get my opinion on or bring some to my fruition, you can do so by sending it to our official email at TheWhitneyDTV@gmail.com. Okay. All right, you guys, without further ado, let me go ahead and get into these chat And let me see who's in the building, okay? Hey, Kamiko, my beautiful mod. Hey, honey bunches of oats. Good evening to you. Okay, so and you guys are watching the playback. Hello, hello. You did not miss anything, child. This was so impromptu. But I just, got for work. I said, look, let me while my juices are flowing. Let's get it going, okay? Because when I watch the docu, I'm gonna put my feet up with my little fluffy socks and my apple cider, because that's what I'm drinking. I told you I'm not drinking in this new year, okay? I'm gonna be drinking my apple cider, and I'm gonna be watching this docu, taking my little notes, and we're gonna come back here tonight and we're gonna discuss, okay? But in the meantime, in between time, let's go ahead and get into the Bill Cosby situation now. Like I said, you guys may not be aware, but I want to say, I think it was like 5 victims are bringing him to court in regards to a few allegations. Last, 2 to 3 weeks ago, when the last video. So if you got to catch up, just go catch up. Y'all know I'll put everything in order. And you can find this particular series under the Evidence Over Emotions playlist. Now, you guys go to my channel, go to my playlist. Everything is in order. I literally spent the weekend going through all of my videos and placing them in strategic and very structured playlists. Okay, everything is in order. Okay, from my story times to my Azriel videos, to my Angelo videos, to R. Kelly videos, to Where Were the Parents, all of that. Okay, all of that. Okay, so get caught up. Okay. Not for nothing, we have been reading the victim complaint. All right. We heard last week from Lily Bernard. I actually was calling her Lily. No, I was calling her Lilliet or something like that. Well, I don't know if I was. I got to play it back. When I was reading, I was like, I don't think I said that. But it's Lily Bernard. Okay. We heard about Lily Bernard, about her allegedly getting drugged and raped. Okay. We hear about it happening on the set. We hear about a lot of it. Okay. It's very, this man did some heinous things allegedly. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and finish out. We're going to go ahead and finish out. Okay. Now let me go ahead and share my screen. And as we're figuring out who is who, I am going to be bringing up the images so you guys will know who we're talking about when we're talking about them. Okay. So let me go ahead and I think up next we're going to be hearing about Eden. Okay. Now I had some people coming in the comments and saying how these people are lying, and I like, come on, y'all, please don't be yet another R. Kelly. Okay, but clearly that's what we're finna be dealing with. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'm finna pull up Eden. Give me just a second. I had all these pictures. Okay. So who's the story that we're going to be hearing tonight is her. Okay. Her name is Eden. Eden, I think is Eden TIRL. I tell it's TIRL. Yeah, I think it's TIRL, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. But we're going to hear about her alleged allegations against Bill Cosby. Okay. So let me go ahead and get it up. Again, this is Eden. Let me put her name on the screen while I get everything pulled up. All right. I just was updating the banner. Let me put it down here for y'all. Boom. All right. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and share my screen once more. All right. So you guys see we are reading from the transcript. Okay. Let me go ahead and put it on the screen. And we remove little mama here. Okay. All right. Okay. So these are the official transcripts. Y'all know this is what we do here. Okay. We read documents, we read transcripts, we read the fine print. Okay. Let me go ahead and get us to Eden's allegations. Okay. Like I said, last week we heard about Lily. Okay. And Lily. See, I call Lilith, but it's Lily. Okay. And I highlighted some areas as you see on the screen. I'll be doing that again tonight. Drugging and raping. Okay. Miss Bernard. Okay. Allegedly. Okay. All right. So here we are. Okay. With Eden. Okay. Eden. And I just showed you guys a picture of who Eden is. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw myself here at the bottom of the screen. And as people are coming in, we are hearing from Eden Trill. Hey, Linda. Hey. Hey, honey bunches. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this read. Okay. So it goes on to say in or around 1989, plaintiff Eden first met Bill Cosby at Kaufman Astoria Studios in Queens, New York, following a taping of the Bill Cosby show. The next morning, Miss Trill, I'm gonna say Eden because I don't know, that last name is weird to me. Miss Eden was contacted by her agent and informed that she was given a role as a police officer on the Bill Cosby show, despite never auditioning for a role in that program. Ooh, that's interesting. So she gets a call from her agency for a role that she didn't even audition for. Interesting. Interesting. Let me highlight that. Let me where my highlighter at. So let's repeat that again. So after she went to a taping where she met Bill Cosby, the next morning, okay, the next morning, she was contacted by her agent where she was informed that she was giving a role. So a role was just made up for her where she was a police officer on the show, despite not ever auditioning for the program. Very interesting. Goes on to say, on that day, shortly after learning that she was given a role on the Bill Cosby show, Bill Cosby called Miss Eden at her home to invite her to a basketball game. Ain't did not tell y'all, okay, when we were last was here, I was saying like father like son when it comes to like Savard Kelly and Bill Cosby, along with a pawpaw, Harvey Weinstein. Mm-hmm. That it's just weird, this whole basketball thing, you know. I mean, I know it's a sport, most men do it, but it's just Bill Cosby called Miss Eden at her home to invite her to a basketball game. Miss Eden declined that invitation. Despite the relatively minor role to be played by Eden on the Cosby Show provided her with a car service to and from the studio and a private dressing room, all for a basically extra role. Okay, she gets provided a whole a role accommodation. Yes, Paul. I can't remember who was older. I really want to say that Bill Cosby is actually older than Harvey, but you know, it's nephew, it's Paul, and it's father. Okay, so whoever of course, R. Kelly is nephew. He like nephews, you know. Hey Jade, hey girl, hey. So let's continue, okay? Now, let me just put her picture back on the screen while I read a little bit so y'all know who we're talking about here, right? While on set, on approximately 4 occasions, Frank Scotty, an employee working at the Bill Cosby Show, insisted in the presence of other employees of defendants Kaufman Astoria, Carsey, Warner, and NBC, that Miss Eden here have lunch with Bill Cosby alone in his private dressing room. Now, on the first such occasion when Miss Eden resisted the invitation, Mr. Scotty grabbed her by the arm and physically escorted her to the dressing room in the presence of employees of Kaufman Astoria, Carsey, Werner, and NBC. Whoa. So he basically blatantly forced the girl, forced this woman into the room with R. Kelly. I mean, into the room with Harvey Weinstein. I mean, in the room with Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby. Literally forced her, grabbed her, and made her go. When she said, no, thank you. I can eat in my own private dressing room, or I can take the car service around to the nearest Wendy's to have a buffet. No, they grabbed her and forced her into the private room with Bill Cosby. That sounds like y'all know what was going on, and y'all knew that y'all needed to feed the monster in this case as well. Very interesting. Very interesting. Goes on to say, once alone in Bill Cosby's dressing room prior to Bill Cosby's arrival, Miss Eden exited and returned to the set. Now, on the second such occasion, when Frank Scotty demanded that Miss Eden have lunch with Bill Cosby, alone in the dressing room, Miss Eden loudly and publicly screamed, no! In the presence of employees of defendants Kaufman Astoria, Carsey, Warner, and NBC. Now, inquiring minds would like to know. Hey, Shantae. Inquiring minds would like to know who were those other cast members and employees? I'm just curious to know because Felicia was adamant about not seeing nothing. I'm the one with the lazy eye. But people act to be like they don't be seeing nothing and be seeing everything. But just weird enough, you got this little white girl yelling and screaming on set, causing a ruckus, you know, and nobody is none the wiser. Very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. In response to Miss Eden's public outcry, a woman believed to be an assistant director told Miss Eden, it's okay, you can go. And, quote, it happens all the time, end quote. Just go. 1 second, y'all. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Um, let me run that back. Okay, let me run that back. Okay, so I gotta drop this. Rewind. Let me read that again for the people in the back. In response to Miss Eden's public outcry, a woman believed to be an assistant director told Miss Eden, "It's okay, you can go, and it happens all the time. Just go." So you mean to tell me you're aware, basically, because it happens all the time. It's okay, just go. He does this all the time. Just go. Interesting. Before Miss Eden was once again physically escorted to Bill Cosby's private dressing room by Mr. Scotty, while other employees working on the Bill Cosby show stood by. Once again, when Miss Eden was alone in Bill Cosby's dressing room, Miss Eden escaped and returned to the set prior to Bill Cosby's arrival. These word choices, and I mean, very, very interesting and alarming, to say the least. Very interesting choice words. Escaped. When someone escapes, you're locked up, and or you're in a situation that's not conducive to you, so you're escaping, you're fleeing from it. Matter of fact, y'all know me. I don't play. Let's see by definition what does escape mean. By definition, escape, break free from confinement or control. That is the dictionary definition of escape. So, why was she confined or controlled in the dressing room, private dressing room of Bill Cosby? Hmm. Miss Eden escaped and returned to the set prior to Bill Cosby's arrival that evening. When Miss Eden attempted to leave the studio in the private car arranged by the Bill Cosby show, the driver delayed departure until Bill Cosby, without invitation, entered the vehicle and instructed the driver to leave the studio. Again, this baby, well, she's a grown woman now. She's well older than me. But at this time, this young lady was set up again. Mm-mm-mm. That evening, when Miss Eden attempted to leave the studio in the private car arranged by the Cosby show, the driver delayed departure until Bill Cosby, without invitation, entered the vehicle and instructed the driver to leave the studio. During the drive, Bill Cosby repeatedly propositioned and invited Miss Eden to join him at various locations, including a jazz club, dinner, a show, and his home for drinks. Miss Eden declined all invitations. Mind you, that sounds awfully familiar with the past alleged victim, Lily. She got to his house, and Miss Bernard got a drink. And that's when she noticed she was woozy, stuff. So, mm, hmm, pattern, okay? Pattern. When Mr. Scotty demanded that Miss Eden have lunch alone with Bill Cosby on a third occasion, Miss Eden made eye contact with the director of the Bill Cosby Show with the expectations that he, as an authority figure, would intercede. However, he did nothing. He did nothing. He did nothing. So Scotty, okay, it's like, hey, Bill Cosby would like to have lunch with you. And Miss Eden's like, and he just like did nothing. Miss Eden then said to other employees of Kaufman, Astoria, Carsey, Warner, and NBC that she was uncomfortable and that she did not want to go, but those employees also did nothing. So she made complaints. She spoke out. She did what everybody keeps asking any alleged victim to do: speak out. And nothing was done. Miss Eden then broke down and publicly cried because of the humiliation before being publicly and physically escorted to Bill Cosby's dressing room once again by Mr. Scotty. Once again, finding herself alone in Bill Cosby's dressing room, Miss Eden escaped before Bill Cosby arrived. On a fourth such occasion, while Miss Eden was speaking with other actors, Mr. Scotty again demanded that she go to Bill Cosby's dressing room. Embarrassed and humiliated by such a request in the presence of her peers and having experienced a previous lack of help and outright encouragement from the staff of the Bill Cosby Show, that she submitted to Mr. Scotty's demand. Miss Eden was once again escorted to Bill Cosby's dressing room by Mr. Scotty. Now, unlike the prior occasions when Miss Eden entered Bill Cosby's dressing room, on that last occasion, Bill Cosby entered the room behind her, closed the door, locked it, and took a seat by the door to the dressing room. Basically, he barricaded her in the room. Literally got a chair and sat in front of the door so she couldn't go nowhere. Once Bill Cosby, okay, there we go. Once Bill Cosby had Miss Eden alone and in a locked room, blocking the means of escape, Bill Cosby engaged in small talk with Miss Eden before offering that she could have anything she wanted and that he owned NBC. Miss Eden responded that she only wanted to have a professional experience at the Bill Cosby Show and only wanted to build her career in a professional manner. Bill Cosby then turned the conversation to discussing Miss Eden's boyfriend. Bill Cosby then asked Miss Eden to come here. He stood and Miss Eden stood in response defensively. Bill Cosby then asked Miss Eden to turn around. Miss Eden felt threatened, but turned around with the belief that Bill Cosby would not harm her, given that she was publicly escorted to his dressing room and was in proximity to the employees of Kaufman, Astoria, Carsey, Warner, and NBC in the busy hallway outside. Once Miss Eden turned around, Bill Cosby asked her to raise her arms up under the guise that it was part of an acting exercise. Stay over there. Sorry, y'all, that's my son. So that her arms were away from her body. Suddenly, and without consent, Bill Cosby came behind her, pulled her arms down, wrapping them around the front of her chest, and held them down so that Miss Eden could not move or escape his grasp. As he held Miss Eden, Bill Cosby touched her breast without her consent, forcibly. Hold on. Sorry, y'all, my son. Okay, let me continue. Forcefully pressed his penis into Miss Eden's back without her consent, and forcibly kissed her neck without her consent, and then whispered, "This is all we were going to do. Make love. This is making love." End quote. Now, once done, he released her and told her that she could go back to the Cosby Show set. Miss Eden then immediately escaped Bill Cosby's dressing room and returned to the Bill Cosby set to complete the taping of the episode. I'm just disgusted and appalled. Pawpaw over here putting his ping ping up on people. Okay, Pawpaw over here putting his ping ping up on people. So again, let me go ahead and put her picture up on the screen. We're going to go into this last alleged victim's complaint. Now, this again, what I just read was the experience of Eden right here on the set of the Bill Cosby Show. She was just a little officer or whatever. She was given a role, basically. She was not like a major big character. And again, she didn't even audition for her part. So she got thrown into a position that she didn't really even ask for to begin with. You know, she just went on set, probably was there watching the show and met Bill Cosby. And I guess he was attracted to her and decided to write her into the script so he can see her on set to basically take advantage of her. What a shame. Dirty dog. Dirty dog. All right, you guys. So we are fixing to take a quick break. What I'm going to do is we're going to read the we're going to read another alleged victim's testimony and their submission in regards to this complaint, which is, let me go to her. We're going to hear from Jewel Giddens. Now, those two that I just read earlier were, I want to say people that acted on the show. You will hear about it. I don't want to get anything misconstrued or wrapped up, but it was I think it's 2 or 3 victims that actually were on the set. So let me take a quick little break, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to continue with the read of the transcript. Okay. Okay. Welcome, everybody. I'm Whitney D of WhitneyDTV and the producer of When Time Stopped. And I am here to let you guys know that we are casting for When Time Stopped 2, a docuseries on childhood sexual abuse. Now, myself, along with 3 other individuals, told our stories, but we want to hear from you. Now, are you ready to tell your story? Are you a survivor? Or are you a parent? We would like to hear from you. Here's how you can submit.
When Time Stopped 2, now casting. Seeking female and male adults ready to share their story of sexual abuse or parents of a child or children that have suffered from sexual abuse, and you are ready to speak about your journey. Email your story and contact information to WhitneyDavisPlanning@gmail.com.
All right, you guys, welcome back. Okay, now we're about to hear the submitted complaint, if you will, of another victim. And this is Jewel. Okay, so let me put her picture on the screen. This is Jewel. All right. Okay. She is another alleged victim of Bill Cosby. And we're about to hear her submitted complaint, or her portion of this complaint. Okay. Because, like I said, I think it's like 5 of them, if I'm not mistaken, 4 or 5 alleged victims that put in for this whole submission. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and knock myself down. All right. So let's go ahead and hear what Miss Jewel had to say. Now, again, this is Jewel. Okay. This is Jewel. All right. Now we're about to hear what she had to say in regards to what Bill Cosby allegedly did to her. Okay. All right. In or around the late 1980s, Jewel Gittens first met Bill Cosby under the pretense that Bill Cosby wanted to meet her for a potential role on The Bill Cosby Show. Now, following that initial meeting, Bill Cosby invited and hosted Miss Gittens at his home and the set of The Bill Cosby on numerous occasions for the sensible purpose of mentoring her and assisting her in obtaining a role on The Bill Cosby Show. Now, on one occasion, when Jewel Gittens was visiting the set of The Bill Cosby Show as Bill Cosby invited guests, Frank Scotty was posted at or near Bill Cosby dressing room. Mr. Frank Scotty, I wonder how he looked. Let me look him up. Okay, yeah, they look like some little 2 peas in a pod. Oh, farts. Okay, so let me show y'all who Frank Scotty was, y'all. Let me show y'all who he was. Basically recruiting on behalf of Bill Cosby. Let me show y'all who he was. Oh, Coop. This is Frank Scotty, y'all. Okay, this was who the guy, this is the guy who was basically recruiting. Okay, he's since passed, but this is Frank. This is who was help recruiting on behalf of Bill Cosby, for Bill Cosby, taking all the women to his private dressing room and on sort. Okay, so when you hear from the likes of Eden, from the likes of Jewel, that Frank Scotty, lured them, grabbed them, forced them. This is who we're talking about. Okay, this is who they're talking about. All right, so let's continue. I was just curious. Okay. I don't know what happened. It got me all. Okay, there we go. Following that initial meeting, Bill Cosby invited and hosted Miss Gittens at his home and the set of The Bill Cosby Show on numerous occasions for the sensible purpose of mentoring her and assisting her in obtaining a role on The Bill Cosby Show. Now, on the occasion when Jewel Gittens was visiting the set of The Bill Cosby Show as Bill Cosby's invited guest, Frank Scotty, was posted at or near Bill Cosby's dressing room. Why do it keep doing that? Sorry, y'all. I don't know why it keeps throwing me off. Okay, there we go. While at the Bill Cosby set, Frank Scotty approached Miss Gittens and gave her a beverage, which he claimed was coffee. When Mr. Scotty gave Miss Gittens the beverage, Mr. Scotty stated that he brought her the beverage at Bill Cosby's instruction. Upon smelling the coffee, Ms. Giddens noted that it smelled weird, as if it had alcohol or another unknown substance in it. Ms. Giddens then discarded the unknown beverage. When Ms. Giddens confronted Bill Cosby in his dressing room about the unknown beverage, Frank Scotty stood outside of Bill Cosby's dressing room. On another occasion, in or around 1989 or 1990, Bill Cosby invited Jewel Giddens to his house, ostensibly to discuss working on the Cosby Show, as they had done many times in the past. When Miss Giddens arrived at Bill Cosby's Manhattan home, Bill Cosby was the only other person present. Now, during this meeting, Bill Cosby offered Miss Giddens, offered Miss Giddens a glass of wine, which he insisted was of high quality. Miss Giddens accepted Bill Cosby's offer of a glass of wine because of his insistence. Now, when Miss Giddens tasted the wine, it tasted foul and bitter. Bill Cosby insisted that Miss Giddens finish the entire glass of wine. Now, upon information and belief, unbeknownst to Miss Giddens, Bill Cosby had drugged the glass of wine with an intoxicant intended to immobilize Miss Giddens and leave her, susceptible, to sexual assault. After ingesting some of the wine, Miss Giddens felt its effect, including a lack of awareness of her surroundings, and sat on a couch. Bill Cosby lifted Miss Giddens from the couch via her armpits so that she was standing in front of a mirror with Bill Cosby behind her. As she stood disoriented and sluggish, Bill Cosby grabbed her hand and placed it behind her back and onto his penis without her consent. Now, Bill Cosby then reached under Miss Giddens' skirt and anally penetrated her with his fingers without her consent. Bill Cosby ejaculated from the sexual encounter he forced upon Miss Giddens. Once done, Bill Cosby pulled the still compromised Miss Giddens outside of his home, where he placed her in a taxi and paid her fare. While in the taxi, Miss Giddens became violently ill and vomited. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Wow, 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 wow. America's Dad. This is Miss Jewel Giddens. And again, this is the clown who originally gave Miss Jewel the cup of coffee by way of Bill Cosby. I tell you, I don't see how anybody would still be talking about this man being a legend and the Bill Cosby show. Oh, they're gonna take another black man down. Oh, look what they did. Are y'all not hearing this stuff? I don't care who you are, okay? I do not care who you are. I don't care what color you are. You do some heinous crimes such as this. You not my hashtag not my legend. Yes, American Predator. But you know what they call him is America's dad because oh my God, the Cosby Show. I don't give a look. Okay, like I have a lot of stuff that's nostalgic for me, but and I'm like to be transparent. Like you do something that's immoral, unlawful to me, I'm done with you. Like no shade. I had a friend, okay, that was messing around with a family member of mine that I knew that was married. And as soon as I found out, I was friends with this person 17 years and cut them off. I don't play like that. We're not gonna play that game. We're not gonna do that. And so I just don't understand how people can fix their mouth to say, oh my God, they're trying to do these to our legends. You want these as legends? Like they're saying, is this your king? Is this your legend? They gotta allegedly drug and rape people just to have them want to be sexual with you when he had a whole wife at home. He had real kids, not the kids we saw on the Cosby Show. He had a real wife and real children, and he was allegedly drugging and raping women. One person he settled out of court for that he messed with, and people saw in my comments, that was a money grab. Apparently, it was proven. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to pay for something that I didn't do. Okay? No. Mm-mm. If I didn't do it, I'm not going to pay you. Oh, you lost it? Or somebody stole it from me? Oh, I'm sorry. I ain't paying for it. I didn't take it. You feel me? Ma'am, I didn't do that to you at the Playhouse. I'm not at the Playboy Mansion. I'm not going to pay you no money. Take me to court, prove it. No, he settled out of court. Anyways, you guys, that is the video. Where we pick up, we're going to continue and to hear from plaintiff Jennifer Thomas. And I think one more. Hold on, let's see. Jennifer Thomas, Sandra Ladd. Okay, yeah. We're gonna hear from two more. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it now. I'm not gonna hold y'all. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna hear from the last two complaints. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, I might as well. I'm not gonna do all that. I just skimmed over it. It's not much longer. Okay. So now we're about to hear from Jennifer. Okay. This is Jennifer. All right. We're about to hear her story. Okay. In the spring of 1988, when Jennifer Thompson was 17 years old, she first met Bill Cosby at Kaufman Astoria Studios in a meeting arranged by modeling agent Sue Charney. At their first meeting, Bill Cosby offered himself as a mentor. Uh-oh. Don't nobody mentor, right? Where were the parents? She was 17. Where was her parents? And listening to this older man mentor her. Because that's what they did in the entertainment business. That's why people used to get on my nerve, asking themselves what the likes of Asriel, what the likes of any of these aspiring singers were doing with the likes of R. Kelly was any different from what anybody does in the industry. You want to be an actor, you seek out mentorship, direction, guidance from an actor. You want to be a model, you seek out. I mean, come on now. You don't drug and grape your mentees, right? Yes, let's continue to hear about Jennifer's. At their first meeting, Bill Cosby offered himself as a mentor to Miss Thomas and provided her with his phone number. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me put y'all on a quick little pause right quick. 1 second. You okay, baby. 1 second, y'all. Jimmy's having a headache, and we're gonna make sure she. Okay, sorry, y'all. I'm back, y'all. Sorry, I had a little short little emergency. Demi was complaining about a headache, and those that aren't aware, she be having seizures, and so I just gotta make sure that she's good. So when she be talking about she's having a headache and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, let me give you your medicine and all that stuff like that. So I do apologize. Okay, but first we have some bots in here. Kamiko, if you're in here, can you get that? Oh well, thank you, Kamiko. Okay, girl. I'm like, can you get rid of that? Because baby, I was showing enough about to be on it. Thank you. All right, y'all. Let me wrap this up. Sorry. Okay. Okay. And provided her with his phone number as part of the purported mentoring offered by Bill Cosby to Miss Thompson. Bill Cosby offered and arranged for Miss Thompson to appear on the Bill Cosby Show. Prior to her 18th birthday, Miss Thompson contacted Bill Cosby for mentoring after a difficult modeling job. In response to Miss Thompson's call, Bill Cosby invited her to his Manhattan home. At his home, Miss Cosby insisted that Miss Thompson drink. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm thinking they got that wrong. Okay. I'm thinking they got that wrong because I'm reading Miss. I know I'm not tripping, y'all. I got it on here where y'all can see it. Okay, y'all do see where it says Miss Cosby, right? Okay, all right. So I'm thinking they're saying Mr. Cosby insisted that Miss Thompson drink an alcoholic beverage that he had prepared for her, rubbed her shoulders without her consent. Okay, that is an issue, y'all. If you didn't know that, you can't just be touching up on people. You got to get consent to touch people. And I'm even teaching that in regards to my children. I ask before kissing them. I don't just kiss all up on them. I'm like, can I get a hug? Can I get a kiss? And they'll tell me yes or no. So yeah, like, don't be touching all up on me, shoulders and stuff. Anywho, rubbed her shoulders without her consent and invited Miss Thompson to have dinner with him at a later date and stay at his house afterwards. Miss Thompson declined his invitation and left his house. Following Miss Thompson's 18th birthday, Bill Cosby invited Miss Thompson to a restaurant to meet with a renowned psychiatrist under the pretense that Bill Cosby, as a mentor, was concerned for Miss Thompson's mental health. Following her reaction to their interaction at his home. After the dinner, Miss Thompson went to Bill Cosby's Manhattan home with Bill Cosby. At Bill Cosby's home, Bill Cosby grabbed Miss Thompson's hand and forcibly placed it on his penis without her consent. Now, Bill Cosby then placed his hand atop Miss Thompson's head and forcefully made Miss Thompson masturbate him without her consent. Mm, 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 mm. Wow, this man here. Okay, so now we're about to hear from. Okay, hold them up. Hold on, I gotta pull that up. Okay, now we're about to hear from the final um complainant, if you will. Okay, final plaintiff, if you will, in regards to the complaint that has been filed. So it's a total of five complaints. Okay, so we're about to hear from Sandra. Okay, her name is Sandra Ladd. Okay, Ladd. She was, I guess, at some point, well, I don't think she was on the show. I think she was already an actress or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But let's hear about what she had to say in regards to everything. Okay. In approximately 1969, Sandra Ladd became platonic friends with Bill Cosby and was socialized with him platonically. Now, on one evening in Bill Cosby's presence, Miss Ladd complained of having a bad headache. In response, Bill Cosby offered her an unidentified pill under the guise that it would help alleviate her headache. When Miss Ladd demonstrated her hesitation in taking the pill, Bill Cosby asked if she did not trust him. Trusting Bill Cosby, Miss Ladd, and just get the pill with the expectations that it would help her with her headache. And then went with him to a movie. Upon information and belief, Bill Cosby offered and encouraged Miss Ladd to take the unidentified pill to incapacitate her so that he could sexually assault her and rape her. During the movie, Miss Ladd blacked out. When Miss Ladd awoke, she was lying in bed with Bill Cosby, nearby wearing a robe. Indications that Bill Cosby had vaginally raped her without her consent. Now, while she was blacked out, including his semen on and between her legs, upon information and belief, while Miss Ladd was blacked out from the pill provided to her from Bill Cosby sexually assaulted and raped her without her consent. Okay, now we are going to stop there, and we're going to finish it on the next installation where we're going to hear as for the cause and action by all plaintiffs for assault as against Bill Cosby. Okay, so there you guys have it. We've heard from all 5 alleged victims in their stories. Do you think they're lying? I don't. I believe there is a very definite pattern. We've heard about it for years. Bill Cosby was the joke. We heard about all this stuff. But to hear these allegations come to life is sad. And, you know, it is unfortunate. I mean, we're not going to take away from him or what he did do on the Bill Cosby show, but I could care less about that. And people be like, well, if you get the digging, you ain't gonna have no music. Well, hell, I don't care about music. I don't even listen to music like that no more because it's just demonic and over sexualized now anyway. So I don't care. Expose them all. I don't have to listen to none of them. Okay. My station stay on 94.9 anyway. I listen to my alternative Christian music anyway. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't even really listen to much, you know. That's why I had to reevaluate my channel with the whole music and combos because you know the music that I was always listening to is just it does stuff to you. I don't care what nobody says, right? And so in regards to these actors and stuff like that, expose they behind too. Because why do we keep on glorifying and lifting up these monsters? Do we not have any other people that could take positions? Yeah, we do. But y'all don't want to listen to them. They're lame, right? Nobody wants goodness. Okay, just like I've said this to you guys several times in regards to my content. It's not until I'm talking about some salacious or R. Kelly driven that I give views. But aside from when I make some good content, I don't give views on the good content stuff, on the good stuff that I'm talking about. So not for nothing, you guys. That is the video. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. While you're there, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. I will see you guys on the next installation of Evidence Over Emotions, America's Dad. The case against Bill Cosby, okay, series. And I'm going to keep you guys abreast and keep giving you guys updates as this case continues to evolve. Again, I'm Whitney D. Thank y'all so very, very much. Listening to these alleged victims and what they went through. No different from, the support that I gave to the alleged victims with the whole R. Kelly situation. This is disturbing. This is sad. But this is the way of the world, unfortunately. So, anywho, love y'all so very much. And I will see you guys back here in a few hours after we watch Surviving R. Kelly Chapter 3, the last 2 installments of it. Okay? All right, you guys, take care and be blessed.
What up, what up? Hey, lovelies. We are now on Apple Podcasts. Yes. For my iPhone users, just a little something for you. Head over to the Apple Podcast app and type in WhitneyDTV in the search bar and click the check to add me to your dashboard and listen to your girl on the go. Powered by Anchor FM by way of Spotify.